Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and we are here with Anarchy girl Lauren Young. Good to finally meet you in person. I've very much enjoyed your channel over the past while, and you've actually been good enough to share a lot of fellow anarchist posts and really get it out there. It's something that I have to commend you on. Now, I wanted to ask you first a bit about your Anarchy Girl account and talk about why you set that up and why you are so passionate about the message of anarchy and freedom.
I guess it all started off like years ago in debates, and you would have the ANCAPs and the ANCOMs arguing and fighting. I wanted to kind of unite everybody on that intellectual level, maybe not in ideology that specific to follow. So I try to stay neutral within that. What I did is I combined all of them. Like you can go on Anarchy Girl, and all of them are on there. You know, you'll see like the arguments, you'll see this and that, but they don't leave. They're collectively together voluntarily, which is awesome. Even though they might want to fight against that, but they are together voluntarily. So you know, that's a pretty cool accomplishment that happened. Was uniting all the anarchists. Even
Well, you're definitely getting a lot of hits over there. I've seen basically everyone in the anarchist community sharing your posts, and it's cool to see someone rising up and getting that message out there to the extent that you are. Can you go, I know you're very interested in ancient text, and kind of go into how that relates to anarchy and how you've kind of gotten onto this train of thought, I guess you could say.
Well, I'm a hypnotherapist by trade out of the Edgar Cayce Center, so I'm schooled in ancient mysteries and the teachings, mostly on a Gnostic type level. You can trace the monetary system and every system of enslavement we have by a certain deity in Sumerian culture. Which was Enki. So you have I'm sorry, not Enki, Enlil. I'm looking over there. Enlil is he wanted to enslave mankind and created the monetary system. Your kings and queens today claim lineage to that line. That's why they claim the right to rule you. So, and it was just, if you read the Sumerian text itself, it just shows, explains mankind's creation. And if you look at it in that aspect, or if you want to look at it in reality that these ancient texts are talking, and you could see the dumbing down even started then.
Absolutely. Well, and you mentioned the monetary system, and of course it's something that we look into a lot here at WHAM, and we commonly refer to the fact that, for example, fiat money, or money, I should say in quotations, been around since 1024 AD from China. It's almost the 1,000th year anniversary of this failed form of currency that basically manipulated, created out of thin air, debt devaluation, inflation. And it goes back to ancient times. Why do you think that so much of what we've seen in ancient times has carried on through today and people haven't learned from the mistakes of the past?
Well, the great teachers and philosophers have told you it's a repeat. We repeat. A lot of people would say, why are we here? What are we here to learn? Well, if you get yourself out of the system and out of the box itself, you can see the picture for what it is. And if enough people just remove the conditioning itself, that's when the true rising will happen. It's logical and it's common sense to look at it. And there's something wrong when you want to conform into an everyday herd, not knowing where that direction is going and sitting back and complaining about this and that and that and that. But all of this can change just by consciousness itself.
Absolutely.
Being conscious of everything.
Well, and you make really interesting points. Can you kind of, for our viewers' sake, let them know where they can find some of this text that you speak of, the kinds of books that you've read into?
I'll be doing videos. Videos will be coming out, but you can go to my main page, Lauren Kathleen Young. I do the Gnostic teachings itself. I explain it in full detail, and I'm starting to bring it back onto Anarchy Girl.
Wow. Well, I'm really glad to finally meet you in person, and I wish you all the luck on your channel and on your Facebook, because of course we need as many people as possible to spread this message, because we're not going to get it out by waiting for someone else to do it. The more people, the better, and I'm always happy to meet other people that have the passion in one way or another, no matter how they get it out, to get that message out, and it's so important. So thank you very much for talking with us.
You too.
Thank you.